All right, guys, what's up? Back with Cordell and Liver King. What do you think? What's going on there? What's your impressions?
Well, we all know now we got to eat our liver. Eat our raw liver and our testicles and all of our organs to get as big and strong as he is.
Yeah.
It's exposed.
Dude, I feel like people like us, like we all kind of knew, didn't buy into the hype, but I mean, it's pretty messed up, right?
Yeah. You can see from both standpoints to maybe what he was, seeking regarding what he was trying to get his audience to follow, or a healthy lifestyle. It's feasible to actually, invest in healthy supplements and healthy regimen of eating and dieting and training, and you can have a healthy physique. And to what extent, someone who has six-pack abs and shredded and always full and vascular, can you really get that from that type of lifestyle? And people were sold. They're like, this guy has it, he's doing it. And he literally portrayed that lifestyle, we'll say period, but then when he got exposed to social media and became a celebrity, he really, was exposed. Everyone saw that. And then you have people like us who are like, man, we know what it looks to be enhanced. We know anti-aging. We know muscle wasting. We know just life in general. Your body cannot hold on to that kind of muscle tissue without having some kind of enhancement. That's just kind of part of life. So, one standpoint, I know it's business. So he's trying to market his supplements and market his lifestyle.
He probably got caught up in the fact that he looked so good and he had to keep looking so good. Yeah. So if anything, you probably didn't slow down. It probably did more than anything.
Yeah. The fact that he's sitting down like this and his abs are just like Spartan. I'm like, all the time. And he may have seen it before, but he's been in Vegas a lot of times. He'll travel a lot, but he's always got his shirt off every time. There's never a time where he's looked like, he looks a little off. He's always on point, no matter what. Yeah, which you and I both know that's like
Come on. I mean, if you're getting paid enough, you can make it a priority, but you can't do it naturally. I think not at the size and vascularity that you said, like that fullness, that like caliper, you said.
Yeah, he's definitely on the very low numbers of body fat, to maintain that. Not saying it's not impossible, but you need some kind of enhancement. That's what I think between you and us. We can probably agree with that.
And I'm a big fan of someone building the brand, working for himself, trying to help other people, leading by example. But with the deception there, it's deception.
Yeah.
You're lying to somebody. You're deceiving somebody. You're giving someone false hope.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's no matter how you do it, whether you're on gear or not on gear, it's hard work.
Exactly. Day in, day out. Year-round.
It's a full-time job, and to be at that elite shape, it's a very full-time job. It's
every single day. Literally.
Yeah, so
that's the thing. I was talking to my clients about it. He's I want to say he's our age, like maybe like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. I feel like he's in between us, probably.
Yeah. So I think his target audience might have been people maybe our age, and they're maybe in. I don't want to say people. No, but especially with him being out there exposed now that he takes PEDs to look the way he does, people our age know that anti-aging drugs are something they need to implement when you get older. I don't think he was really targeting kids, and maybe if they were kids that he was targeting, they were going out and buying bull testicles and raw liver and eating that.
Yeah.
Or if it was more so people, like our age that were actually looking at him and saying, oh man, I can try this out and I can actually have this hope to me to get the results I want without taking PEDs. He doesn't take it at all. But I think, like you said before, a lot of us knew something was going on, but we were just waiting for the light for it to come to light.
Yeah, and I think if you're in the wrong, admit it quickly and methodically. So, and the thing is, he's come out and he's admitted that he's done it, but then he's bringing it off into mental health, anti-suicide, just man up and take accountability. You don't need to talk about this other things.
Correct.
Yeah, I deceived you. I lied. I've been doing this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And I feel like you're going to get more forgiveness and people are going to move past it just by being straightforward or straight up about it.
Yeah. Once cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, I mean, you start to dwindle the truth.
It looks a little worse then.
Yeah, and now there's rumors him going natural. Have you seen that?
After he's gone natural now.
Oh, that's supposedly there's talks. I don't know how true it is. I haven't heard him say it. It's just a lot of podcasts I've seen.
That's the thing about it. But the main thing about it, that's pretty crushing to live that tall tale for that long, and then when you get exposed, when you're exposed, but to try and, like I said, circle around it and bring other things to the avenue like mental health, and that could have been brought out from the jump opposed to
from day one, right? And then I guess someone like Rich Panner, straight up about it, very open about it, and he was much bigger, had a much bigger following.
True.
So I mean, could he just openly come out about it and start talking about
still
it.
Be a millionaire still.
And still have the same credibility, just being open about it. Right. Maybe that's the path to take.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's a deception.
That's the thing.
You can't sell supplements. You can't say this, I can get like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you give the industry a bad name, essentially, you know, and then you're making steroids look even more taboo. Why is he not admitting steroids? Is it that bad to take? Like, is that dangerous? Is that, you know, it's like...
But then, so my argument is like, steroids got such a bad name, but you got people who drink alcohol on a daily basis. You got people who take party drugs. Yeah. People smoke cigarettes.
Still.
You got people who consume 8 cans of soda a day. You've got all these other things, which I would like to say probably a lot worse.
Worse keyword, yeah.
A lot worse.
I'm with you on that.
So, I mean, you've got him taking steroids. Is he taking a ton of it where it's giving him heart problems, or is he just taking a small amount because he's got the muscle maturity, he's put the time in?
Right.
Joe Rogan talked about this on his podcast, saying it's harder to build muscle. It's easier to maintain it. So like you said, if he's in his late 30s or he's in his 40s, he's put the time in. However he got there. Right. But he doesn't need to take a ridiculous amount of steroids to maintain that. He can take a low amount and maintain that.
Right.
But he still is enhanced. So, I mean, if you're taking a low amount and you're maintaining something opposed to smoking cigarettes and pots of cigarettes a day, I would say the cigarettes are way worse.
Correct.
I would say the alcohol is way worse.
No positive between those.
Someone out there who's obese, eating about a junk food, drinking soda all day, I would say they're in a lot worse position than he is health-wise.
Correct. I think so.
So for me, it's just the deception. It's just lying about it.
Keyword.
And then we can go to like talk about Dwayne Johnson. You talk about some of these guys who are jacked through their teeth, and they always have been, and they're getting in better shape.
As they get older.
And I mean, if you put pressure on them and get the truth out of them and drug test them, I guarantee. Do you think Dwayne Johnson's natural or not? I'm leaning way towards impossible, right?
Yeah. He's got to look that part. So why would you not take what you need to take?
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? If you've always been that size and you're revolved around the way you look, and you're this big, strong guy that everybody wants to look like, you're this superhero type image, you're gonna do what it takes.
Celebrities, actors,
And if I was getting paid millions of dollars to be in a movie, like Wolverine or something, I would be doing the exact same thing. I'm sure you would be too, right?
I was going to say.
If it's a movie going down in history, it's going to be around for the next 50, 100 years, and you want to be in your prime shape, you're going to do whatever it takes. And you're going to have access to whatever you want. You're going to have the money to afford what you want. And you're going to have the right coaches telling you exactly what you should be taking and how you should be taking it.
It's no brainer.
So I would, in a way, it's done in the safest possible way you could do it, right?
Right.
So yeah, anything else you want to touch on with...
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the main way is how he went about it. Once he was exposed, the way he went about it should have been a little easier addressed. But you know, it's his choice, his decision. You know, that's the only thing I'd say. I think I've known or assumed that something was going on with his physique, but once it was exposed, I was hoping that he could make a better approach to how he addressed it, and maybe he'll do another video talking more about it. Yeah, it
seems like there's a lot of pressure on him
talking
doing
more
it the right
about,
way.
you know, because he kind of jumped around what he was actually, you know, outed on, as opposed to actually saying what he took, and he kind of jumped around what he was doing, opposed to actually being maybe a little more upfront with everything he was doing.
What do you think he should have done? Just went straight?
Yeah, say, hey guys, I'm sure you guys know, cat's out of the bag, you know, and I lied to you guys, and you know, it's fucked up. I apologize, and this is what I was really taking. You know, I'd love to say I was just taking what I was taking, but I could not, you know, maintain my physique with what I was taking, even though I had the best training and the best diet and the best supplementation, I still couldn't maintain. So I had to do these PDs because of my labs and blood work had me so low. And I'm sorry I deceived you guys and lied to you guys, but this is what it is. And this kind of left it as that, and kind of started talking more about why he takes it and why maybe someone would need it, and you know, turn it around.
Maybe mentioning what I said was, hey, I've trained for X amount of years. I started taking like this when I was this age.
Right.
This took me to this level. Now that I've built that muscle maturity, I don't need to take as much.
Yeah.
Or I just take this, or you know what, I've got some type of addiction, and I take a lot more than I probably need to.
He went over doses too, and maybe he was being honest about it, but it's like, now we don't know. What are you lying about now? You lied about that.
You lose credibility, right?
That's the keyword, credibility.
Or you could even do like, I have been taking this, but I've got my blood test done, and this is where my health's at. And I feel like that would make people feel a lot better too. Yeah. Like, hey, you can actually take stuff and be quite healthy.
Correct. Yeah, that's the thing about it. People don't realize the health and steroid, they can go together. You do it right.
Yeah, when I had Surf on here, he was talking about, I get my blood work done, like talking about 270-pound bodybuilder, talking openly about taking gear, but he goes, I get my blood work done a couple times a year, and it's fine. So, I mean, at that point, I like, benefiting. Are you really doing any damage or any harm? And I mean, I'm sure most unhealthy people or someone who's obese, how often they get the blood work done?
Yeah.
Probably never, right?
Because
they stick the not even that, I would say. When they actually are, like, when they're sick or in the hospital, it's probably when they get it done.
After the fact.
So, I mean, you could argue, like, if you are doing stuff, you're probably more conscious to watch what's going on, opposed to eat what I want, drink what I want, don't do any exercise. Now I'm sick, and now I need to find out the truth.
You got a point there,
So, yeah, that's Liver King. I'm not putting him down. I'm just expressing kind of, just what we think.
Right.
All right, guys. Bye.